Well, I'm playing school bus. We got Ava and Emma here on our way back to the house after the open house. What a great day we had. It was a fantastic day. Happy with the way the horses went, and you can't ask for much more than that. Now, let's talk about the 2-year-olds. Got a lot of 2-year-olds getting ready. We had 5 that can qualify this week. I think we're going to qualify 3 or 4 of them, school a couple of them. There's no need them all being ready at the same time. A couple of horse like Cadu, maybe a couple more weeks for him, just to put some more work into him. There's no need to have him ready this second. He can wait until a couple of the other horses move out also. Let's get right to it. Arrowhead Hanover began to train this week. He is such a nice horse. I hope he comes back good because he certainly looks like $1 million. Aunt Lily is back training now. She looks good. Very happy with her. Bluebird Tuxedo Hill is getting closer in Ontario. And he's another one of these horses where if he doesn't come forward, he's going to leave. And I don't know how that'll play out. I've come to learn that I'm an eternal optimist, and Dominic makes me look like a pessimist. All the horses are great. All the horses look shiny and feel good and are wonderful until they're not. And when it comes to Bluebird Tuxedo Hill, I haven't heard any specifics. He's training good, which is fine. It doesn't matter whether he's training good or otherwise. He's getting closer to the races. Does that mean he's going to trot 2.4, 2.5, 58? I don't know, and I won't know for a few weeks yet. But Bluebird Tuxedo Hill, I can tell you he's put on weight and he looks healthy. That I can attest to. I saw it for myself.
Hey, we need to change his name.
Who?
Bluebird Tuxedo Hill.
I'm not that worried about it. Do you believe that we drove all the way home and Mom is right behind us, of all people? Somehow Mom ended up right behind us.
Mom?
She's right behind us. She's pulling in at the exact same time we are. Right behind us.
Where?
Look behind the car, Ava.
Oh.
It's a giant black vehicle.
I even saw it. You need to put on glasses.
All right, get out.
We're getting kicked out.
What's going on here?
Mima.
That's weird. What do we have here? Bluebird Tuxedo Hill. Blue Ventura. Everybody in the barn loves Blue Ventura in Ontario. He's been training good. Everybody likes him. He looks like $1 million. Now, have I seen him? No. But I can tell you that Dominic Gladue likes him. Danny O'Brien said the horse trained like a monster the other day, and he was thoroughly pleased with him also. And James has alluded to the fact that he can go, I know he's fast. Is he fast enough to be a full-time Mohawk horse until he comes back to Pennsylvania? That's the question. And I can't answer that. He'll answer it himself soon enough. Cadeau, as I said, I trained Cadeau in 2.5 or 2.6 last half in 1.1. I was happy with him, but I'm going to give him a little more time to come forward. Captain Incredible needs to come back in next week. The other guy's late for coming back in. He should be in already, but we haven't got a chance to bring him back in. Issues beyond our control have cost us that time. So Captain Incredible and Grand Old Chap will come in next week. Century Legion, here's a horse that is ready to qualify, but I want to school him. I don't want to qualify him just to say, oh, he's qualified. Oh, goody. No, I want to see the horse. Took the flip-flops off him, put it at 9/16 on him, or maybe even half-inch, half-round this week. Eric trained him. Yesterday said he trained good. I'm going to train him again a slow mile on Monday. Where's my wife going? A slow mile on Monday just to see how he feels, and then likely school him on Wednesday. There's no rush to have him ready to go. The stakes are months and months away, and I want the best form of this horse. So I may just school him in 2.4. Where's the dog? She asked me. I don't know. He's here somewhere. Oh, where he is. Country Dancing trained good the other day. I had a long chat. I jumped over Chicago. I'll get back to him in a second. Country Dancing, I had a long chat with Danny and everybody that works for us about Country Dancing. I watched her go. She's a little bumpy in the corners. And it was disturbing at the time. I'm like, what's going on with her? And then it hit me. She's been like that her whole life, right? Now, I guess I just blindly thought that she would get out of that she would come forward and not be bumpy. And I'm sure she'll work her way through it. But as I said to those guys, I don't think it's her feet or her knees. It's not the typical things that would cause a horse to get bumpy because we've already gone over them, right? Many, many, many times. So I think just blister her and keep training her. We've been training her at 1.5 miles. She did look good the other day. But I think as she gets stronger, I went back and revisited her races and looked more particularly at her 53 mile. She was still bumpy in the corners. I remember vividly now. We had blistered her checks, worked on her feet and knees, and then let her hobbles out. Yes. And then let her hobbles out just a little bit, and she was fantastic that day. So just these minor little things we're going to do to get her perfect. Hi, Amy. Great job today. So country dancing has been in 217, 218, getting closer. Chicago Hall is still jogging in Ontario now. I had a couple of people ask me, why are we taking this filly over to Ohio, or this colt, sorry, over to Ohio? Two, what's the plan there? Well, the plan is I just want to keep an eye on him. I've been very clear about it. There's no detriment, not saying anything negative about anybody in Ontario, but when there are horses that are training back, that expectations are mounting on and getting high on, my neck's in the guillotine, so to speak, right? I'm the guy. If things go wrong, it's Anthony's fault. If things go great, it's everybody's success. And I'm okay with that. That's what I sign up for. But in doing so, I do take a fair amount of responsibility when it comes to those particular situations also. And Chicago Hall, I think, could be an exceptionally good horse for us this year. And if he isn't, that's on me and Chicago. I don't want that to be anybody else say, well, he's a nice colt, but, there's not going to be any buts. I want the horse to do well. I want him to succeed. And if he doesn't, that will be on me. What is wrong with my Wi-Fi, and why did it just turn off? I'm going to kill this thing. What's going on here? There we go. Where was he at? Chicago Hall and country dancing. There they are. Dancing by myself. I trained him by himself in 2-4 at the farm. He did touch his outside knee a little bit. He'd marked it up 3 or 4 or 5 marks above the knee, up on the arm. I told Dominic, I don't think any of them were serious, so cool it out, let it relax, tape it up, and we'll go with school him next week. I don't think there's any issue. There's no rush to get him in. There's no need to have dancing by myself in to go right now. Get him right. Is he going to look pretty? No, not right away. I think it's a better situation than we were in with, what's that? The horse I love there on Jason's side. The Hall horse. Chicago's brother. Wow. I'll just go down here to the 3-year-olds then and find it myself. Casanova Hall. So it's a similar situation to Casanova Hall, but different. Casanova Hall had 2 or 3 pretty decent wrinkles to work out of him, and it was already established as a fast horse, a stake horse, but just had fallen by the wayside a little bit, whereas Dancing by Myself's trying to get there. And he's there. That mile in 2-4 the other day was a mile in 58 or 59 at Mohawk. I am absolutely certain of it. Track was terrible. He was all by himself on a slow surface. I'm certain it was. But I want to see him do it. So school him next week and we'll see how he goes. Fire and Shine will begin training this week in Ohio, also getting her ready. Foxy Seaside is getting closer. Of all the horses that interest me the most that I've just watched train over the last 2 weeks, this one of the highest ones. This horse, she looks different, better, smarter, faster. And I can't wait to see what she looks like in Ontario. Freedom Hill is starting to train next week also. Gaslight Hall, we'll wait another week or 2 to start him up. His knees are good. The horse is sound. He looks great, which is great for everybody involved. Gaslight Hall, now that he starts training down good, once we get him closer, he doesn't have to stay here. They can go back to Ontario. They're absolutely good enough to race at Mohawk. So I think once we get Gaslight Hall close enough over to Ontario, he will go. Gorgeous Package also is a horse. I could be talked into sending her to Ontario. 4 parimutuel wins and 99,000 made, which is like 130 Canadian. She could do in a straight non-winners of 3 fillies and mares, not more than 5, whatever they write there. And she also fits in Ohio also, or in Pennsylvania and Dayton. So Gorgeous Package, I wouldn't be shocked to see her over there for a couple of starts before Ohio starts up. What's wrong?
It's a licensing nightmare to do it for 1 or 2 starts.
That's a good point. That's a good point. I never thought of that. We might have to look into that. You're right. Grand Old Chap will come in next week. He was supposed to be in last week. He didn't get in for a number of reasons, and we'll bring him in next week. Grand Slam DO trained yesterday. Eric said, a little pacey. They got boots on her behind. I said, take the boots off. 2 sets of bell boots. She'll be fine. I'll train her next week. Gymboree is getting very, very close.
No, she just got in.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. Very, very close. I meant to me going with her. I'm going with her this week. I like this filly, and I think she's going to do very, very good things this winter. No, she's been training. Jason's trained her 2 or 3 times. High Hopes, they say, is training good. Everybody in the barn told me they liked High Hopes the other day. But good. I can't wait to see how she's been in like 218, 220, I think. But getting closer. I don't play nice. Harry said he likes him too. Okay, perfect. I'm going to stay in Missouri in this one, as I said the other day, the Show Me State. I'm a trucker. He likes to truck along at 220. It's not that he can't go faster. He's making breaks still, and he's growing. Every time I see him, he's bigger. And I know everybody's saying, when's he going to be ready? When's he going to be ready? Well, let's see. Michigan is going to race sometime next late spring, summer. He'll be ready at that point. Where between now and then, I'm not sure. That will be up to I'm a trucker, not me. If it was up to me, he'd already be racing. So we're just going to let him take his time. Leggy trained today. They thought training her with a hood and open bridle should be awesome. Yeah, 210. I told them, I said, closed bridle, no hood, no snake cord. She doesn't need any of that. So we'll see how she I might just put her in I can put her in a qualify. I'm going to put her in a school next week. Her and Century Legion can school together next week. Manhattan Money is training down good with Harry. He really likes him. Bob does also, so that's good. Melisandre, is she good now? How are her heels today?
She'll be good Monday.
Okie dokie. We can start back Monday with Melisandre. Missed some time, but she'll start back on Monday. Memento Mori will also come in this week from the field. So we'll have Memento Mori coming in, Grand Old Chap coming in, and
one end of the spectrum to the other.
Yeah, who's the other horse in the middle?
Still turned out?
Yeah, Grand Old Chap. It's bothering me. He's up higher. Anyway, whatever. 3 of them got to come in this week. We have 3 out there right now. Mountaineer Prince is looking better, is getting bigger, and is training good. So that's good. Never Lose Felix. James blamed himself for the other day, so I'll accept his blame of the horse making a break. We'll see how he is next week. Oh, he'll know. They said, she's just not training that good. You know, they have another one, open bridle, ear, hood, and snake cord. I said, stop training her like that. You can't train that filly like that. Now, what's the point? So I asked them to send me my chip on my card. Oh, it is the same. I'm wrong. Never mind. My chip wasn't working in the machines. So I said, I have a bunch of automatic payments hooked to this card. Can you just send me the same card? The first guy said, I don't know. I went into the key bank in Pennsylvania the other day. The girl's like, no problem. Done. Exact same card. Thank you very much, key bank. Where are we at here? Pelican Owl. Danny said, now listen to this. Danny called me and he said, Anthony, what's the scoop on Pelican Owl? I said he was an expensive yearling that hasn't panned out as of yet. Has shown moderate talent. Been in 2-2. We gave him some time to fill out, and he crossfires bad. He said, now it's funny you say that. He said, how long was he off? I said, only 3 weeks. I told Dominic he was ready to train. He said, okay. So I went in the other day, and I went in and asked him that. He said, I jogged him, and he was jogging good. So I went back in, and I said, hey, how long is this horse ready to train? And nobody knew. He only had an open happy bridle on, no hobbles. He said, so I buzzed him along pretty good. He said, he was good. I said, hold on. No head check and no hobbles, he was good? He said, yeah. I said, he crossfires so bad. He goes, never crossfired at all, no hobbles on. I said, well, that might be just how he trains down then. So a new little wrinkle for my Pelican Owl partners out there. He's trained with no head check, no boots, no hobbles. And Danny said he trained good. I said, just put him in the bike and go a mile in 2:10 middle of the week and tell me how that is working out for you. I'd love nothing more than to see this horse race with no hobbles and no head check. We'll see.
Just race.
Yes, just race. And he was good enough to race. But he's Charlie May's brother. We had a lot of hopes and a lot of money hanging on him. And I hoped that he would be good. He never had a bad attitude. So I was hoping he would come forward.
Quite spunky in the stall.
Yes. Resolve Indeed, another one. Same thing with Chicago Hall. if it's going to be on me, I want it to be on me, right? And that's just how I am. If somebody's going to be blamed, it's going to be me, and I want to make sure the horses are as good as they can be. And there are horses from time to time. Amy and I will I'm going to take care of this horse for a couple of weeks just to make sure I'm comfortable and happy with them. It's a very, very similar situation to that. Rosa and AJ and Alexandra both look good. They were about to start training. This is a funny story. So they're about to start training next week. They've been jogging 3 weeks. I asked Harry, how are they coming? Good. So he's jogging. I'm walking back from Harry's barn over to Dominic's barn, and Harry comes up and he goes, I'm going to have to put some toe weights on this Alexandra filly. I said, why? He said, all she'll do is pace. That's probably because she's a pacer, I guess. He said, what? He said, I thought they said when they dropped her off, she was a trotter. Dexter Dunn drove her in the final. I said, that's Freedom Hill. She's in Ohio. This is Rose Run Alexandra. This is a pacer. Oh, that's why she paces so much, he said. He said, but she paces nice. So we were about to start training, and Harry had got the information from, I think he said Kirby. They must have got mixed up Rose Run Alexandra with Freedom Hill. So it's a good thing he asked me. I said, it's a good thing he asked me. You would have wasted the next 2 weeks trying to get her to trot. So Rose Run Alexandra is going to get the hobbles on and start training, and so is AJ.
Is it? No.
On Monday. What?
Never mind. I was trying to think of who the horse was.
What horse? The other one turned out?
Yeah.
Memento Mori.
Yeah, we already talked about him.
No.
We said Memento Mori and the other horse, and you said there's a third one.
There is a third one.
I know, chap. Memento Mori.
It'll come to me. It's in this video. Rosetta will qualify on Wednesday. This filly was very strong training the other day, and her brother beat me at the wire with International Man the other day. She's Green Tea's sister, remember? By Walner. Yeah. So Rosetta, she actually trained good. Eric said he trained her yesterday, and she trained great. So we'll see how she is on Wednesday. Southwind Idex is now sold. Bit of a slow transaction. The gentleman's away, and he's got to come back. And they literally took him to Dayton today, and the guy said he couldn't get a ride for him. I should just ask her to drop the horse off in Lebanon, where he's supposed to be. Speed of Sound raced good the other day. Just got to tinker with her gear, and she'll be fine. Trevino on green. Tyler trained him this morning. Said the horse trained awesome.
Good.
He said, I saw you train him and he looked good. He said, I sat behind him. But when you watch him go, he's like rickety. He looks like Stay Close. Yeah. He looks like a 2-year-old version of Stay Close, is to me what he would look like training at Northfield. And Tyler said, no, he trained very, very good today, which was great to hear. So he can qualify on Wednesday also. Westland Warrior began training last week. He'll be fine next week. And Woodmere Betcha, 3-4-3. Last half in 58 and a piece a mile, 158 the other day in PEI. She looked very good. Great job by Smitty, Adam Murner, Angie, and everybody that has anything to do with that filly. Just a tremendous, tremendous job. Your 2-year-olds are all done now. We're going to do an opening, and in the opening, you can give me your top 10 list.
Why did you bring me in
little
here?
Top 10 list for you.
No, I just
Jason
did
and
one.
I did one. Jason and I just did one. We did a car wash top 10.
I just did one last
Remember,
week.
my car was clean, and then you threw baby powder on it? I washed it off, don't worry.
deserve it.
No, I didn't, but that was the funniest thing that's happened to me in quite a while. Anyway, we're going to do our opening, and in the opening,
No.
I'll let you do a top 10 video. While I'm doing my opening, you can get your top 10 from today. This can't be overall, just from today's work.
But that's not fair because I didn't...
You were in every set but one.
Yeah, but I'm not...
Same information I had. Same information
it is.
I had, and same information Jason had. We're going to do a top 10 list just a
Yeah,
minute.
but Jason